तो इसमें एक बात बताओ, अभी 2024 जो पूरा ईयर था उसमें स्टॉक मार्केट्स में क्या हुआ एग्जैक्टली एंड बहुत ज़्यादा वॉलेटिलिटी भी थी, बहुत ज़्यादा बीच में डाउनफॉल था. तो इफ़ यू कैन जस्ट समराइज कि व्हाट हैपेंड इन स्टॉक मार्केट्स इन 2024, दैट विल बी गुड टू स्टार्ट ऑफ विद.
श्योर. एक मिसकंसेप्शन में क्लियर कर रहा हूँ. बहुत वोलेटिलिटी नहीं थी कुशल. It differs by how you measure volatility. The year had a range of 15% at an index level. The lower side was around 23,000, higher side was 26,200, 300. That's a 15% range. The volatility actually was lower, and yes, you saw it in the last 3 months. But what was this year? Let me tell you. मैं ऐसे बोलता हूँ कि मेरे हिसाब से मार्केट में क्या होते हैं, बुल एंड बेयर, अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते हैं, अप साइकिल्स, डाउन साइकिल्स. I think 2024 was a year when market is now entering mature bull market stage. If you ask me when did the bull market start, this one, it didn't start post-COVID. It actually started finding its feet in 2019 only. 2019 में क्या हुआ था, एक बड़ी डेवलपमेंट हुई थी. यूनियन बजट में corporate tax was cut for domestic companies from 30 to 22%. And for new companies, I think from 25 to 15, but for existing domestic companies, 8% की tax saving दी गई थी companies को. Then they were just starting to show in benefit, and then the COVID happened in 20. COVID was a very, very short, in fact, it remains the shortest period of fall, a steep fall and recovery in the Indian and global market history. Generally, the period of starting of a fall, at least 20% fall till the 20% recovery back, is a longer period. COVID was a very truncated kind of a collapse. And it was not really a market crash, it was a supply chain shock. COVID में सब कुछ रुक गया था. But to your questions, 2024 में क्या हुआ? We are technically in the 4th, 5th year of a bull market. Now, there are a lot of signs which are showing that it is a mature market. Why do I say it? One is, look at there are proxy ways to understand what stage the market is in. One of them is what is happening in the IPO market, what is happening in the corporate action side. So on the IPO market, this was the craziest, biggest insider selling market in the history. इस साल में total insider selling, मतलब promoters and private equity, whoever have longer insider investors, their selling this year is over 3 lakh crore. Wow. The IPO selling by promoters is 1.6 lakh crore. This is the highest. इसके पहले वाला भी हाई पोस्ट कोविड ही बना था 2021 में, which was 1.1 lakh crore. अभी इस साल 1.6 lakh crore की insider selling हुई है across 100 IPOs approx. In fact, one data point is there is some sign of euphoria, or to an extent, I don't use the word bubble, but euphoria is prequel of a bubble in the IPO market. India का market capitalization to the world is 3-4%, but India had the biggest IPO market this year in terms of fundraising, bigger than any other country. In fact, other countries had a slower IPO year. Other countries all had a great 2021 was a great IPO year. हमारा भी 21 अच्छा था, 1.1 लाख करोड़ हमने भी रेस किया जो उस टाइम तक हाईएस्ट था. बट इस साल जो हमने 1.6 लाख करोड़ रेस किया इंडिया में, ये वर्ल्ड में कहीं और नहीं हुआ. बाकी सब जगह द पीक IPO मार्केट वाज 21 स्टिल. India is an outlier in 24 being that. Now this actually we'll see that data point. There's a nice study I came across. Whenever the IPO market becomes extremely, like say previous 3 years से higher peak मारता है ना, next year tends to have a steep correction. There's a chart कि now we'll see that chart. But to your question, I'll put it this way, Kushal, कि सोचो कि एक हम पार्टी में हैं, we are all like partying in a nice club. तो पार्टी शुरू की, सब पहुँचते कितने बजे, 9 साढ़े 9 बजे पहुँचते हैं, राइट? टू ड्रॉ पैरेलल, आई थिंक अभी हम लोग 11:30-12 बजे वाली पार्टी में हैं, जब पीपल आर हैप्पी हाई, एवरीवन इज डांसिंग फुल्ली टू द ट्यून्स. आपकी मतलब अभी तो डीजे भी बॉलीवुड गाने बजा रहा है, पता है कि पब्लिक को क्या चाहिए. सो अभी हम वो फेज में हैं. बट सम पीपल आर फीलिंग कि शुड आई नॉट ड्रिंक एनी मोर. सो इन दैट स्टेज पीपल आर स्टार्टिंग टू गेट अ लिटिल कॉशियस. देयर आर साइंस, बट अभी हम 11:30-12 बजे वाले मार्केट में हैं. And so suddenly market will force some people to start leaving in the next 2-3 years. But my view is, it's a very interesting juncture. It is not टू बी सीन एज कि हिस्ट्री में ये हुआ तो वापस ये होगा मार्केट. एक फ्रेज होती है ना, स्टॉक मार्केट हिस्ट्री राइम्स बट इट डजेंट रिपीट, समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट, राइट? I think that is one. Let me give you another example why we're in a mature market. The central banks, the role of central banks worldwide has become much more prominent in creating and driving markets. So one change that happened in this year is 2020 में एक rate cutting cycle start करी थी सारे central banks ने. This year इंडिया ने नहीं काटी अभी तक रेट कट्स, बट एवरी मेजर सेंट्रल बैंक, वेदर इट इज यूएस की सेंट्रल बैंक इज यूएस फेड या फिर यूके, एवरी अदर हैव स्टार्टेड नाउ कटिंग बैक द रेट्स. सो दैट साइकिल ऑफ रेजिंग रेट्स इज नाउ चेंजिंग बैक. सो दोज आर इंडिकेशन दैट वी आर एंटरिंग अ मैच्योर मार्केट. और क्या हुआ है 24 में? 24 इज अ मार्केट वेयर डोमेस्टिक मार्केट, डोमेस्टिक मनी ट्रम्प्ड द फॉरेन मनी. Historically, so this year FIs have sold around 1.2 lakh crore of public market holding in India, and domestic, which is mutual fund and retail investors combined, have put in more money than that. So which has made the net flows in the market positive and has supported the market, but foreign investors have been selling in India market. In fact, they have been selling in every market except US. वो डिफरेंट डिस्कशन है कि इन लॉट ऑफ इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स सेलिंग आके पैसा यूएस में गया है पिछले 6 महीने में. बट दैट इज ऑल्सो वन साइन ऑफ अ मैच्योरिंग मार्केट. व्हेन द सेंट्रल बैंक पॉलिसी चेंज इन बिटवीन अ मार्केट फेस, इट शोज कि मार्केट मैच्योर हो गया. So that is how I...
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.